worrying is this?
I think to the extent that the BBC report did not take into account the official government position, I think is very worrying. I'm not sure in the definition, in the strict definition of what mutiny is, whether it is right to say that even soldiers are not satisfied with the level of attention given to them in the fight of Boko Haram, whether that should be described as mutiny in itself.
But can the Nigerian army ever be in a better position to take on the Boko Haram militants, really?
Well, the insurgents is new in the military war, but if you look at the history of the performance of the Nigerian military, it is a challenge, and can also begin to appreciate the fact that, to a large extent, he has been confined just to the northeast. With, once in a while you see security breaches in other parts of the country. But by and large, if you look at the history of the performance of the Nigerian military, both in terms of equipment and professionalism, I think they have done so well, but they will continue to engage both at short term and at long term, they will continue to engage the Boko Haram insurgents until they bring it to a halt.
Chukwu, again, there are elections just next year. I want to find out how much of this would affect this upcoming elections.
Insecurity and elections are not twins, so definitely it will affect. But I'm also optimistic that the way and manner they are engaging in recent time, it could be that before the election they should be able to deal with that. Otherwise, I am also looking at a situation where some of the states in Nigeria may not be able to go through election.
At this point, and I'm stopping myself from asking if they should seek international help, because there has been some kind of help, but what should the international community, the West, really do to help Nigeria?
I'm not sure I want to call it help. I think I want to call it a partnership, okay? The West should, first of all, help West Africa and Nigeria in particular by stopping the supply chain to Boko Haram, whether it's in terms of money laundering or whether it's in terms of arms supply. These ammunitions are not produced in Africa, and I'm sure if they are able to deal with their own side in terms of engaging those who are supplying all these arms and ammunitions and also money laundering, I think the fight will become much, much easier.
And what has happened to calls for some sort of negotiations with the militants? And who should be doing the negotiation?
I'm not sure they are militants. These are insurgents. And negotiating with them is also in itself an aberration, because that also weakens the state. So I'm sure that in terms of long-term strategy, they should be putting in place strategies that will ensure that people are not poor, strategies that will improve on the governance architecture and security architecture. And also, if there are people who are seeking amnesty, they should come out openly. But if the government begins to engage with a group that are just killing innocent citizens without any form of provocation, then I don't think, even at the international level, that is acceptable.
Do we see Boko Haram slowing down, and what would slow them down?
Maybe prayers, maybe constant battle with them. They have an ideology they are fighting. I'm not sure anybody is ready to negotiate that ideology, whatever that is. So maybe when they are overpowered and overwhelmed and they begin to lack ammunition, they begin to lack supply chains of also in terms of finance and the international dimensions of all this, I think they will slow down. But whether they will give up their ideology, I don't see that happening.
Well, Chukwu, I guess we'll still be talking about Boko Haram, but for now, thank you very much for your time. Chukwu Emeka is with OneUp. He's actually a programs director there, talking Boko Haram issues.